I can't deny the fact that Bitcoin is looking stronger than ever before right now. It is creeping up against the previous all-time high, and whenever it's going to be breaking this level, I really think we're going to be having another explosive move towards the upside. And while I'm looking at this chart, we are about to get a signal that has not flashed in a long time right now here, and has only flashed twice before in the last 2 years here, and it's about to flash again. So a lot to discuss on today's update video. I'm gonna be talking about my price targets right now, where I think Bitcoin is going to be ultimately topping out here. We are right now entering another extension phase here, and in this next extension phase, guys, we're probably going to be hitting the high of this cycle, and I want to be discussing it. I'm going to be exactly prepared for this here. So a lot to discuss on today's update video about the imminent short term. When is this move going to be happening? Why is Bitcoin showing so much strength? A lot will be discussed on today's update video. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, first of all, yesterday we first of all saw, of course, that major dump here. Filled up the CME gap, then we had a major bump again here towards the upside, and now we're once again trading against those highs here, and Bitcoin actually exactly bounced from off the upward sloping support line. And really what we're seeing right now here is that Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength right now here. I mean, I've said it also in yesterday's video. What we saw yesterday is all the short orders and the sell orders getting loaded up here against the all-time high here. But the reason why we got this initial rally towards the upside is because the sellers were exhausted. So it's a no-brainer that we're ultimately going to be breaking through this level. And whenever we're going to be doing so, we're probably just going to be seeing that next rally higher getting created. So whenever we are seeing the confirmed break above this high on the daily time frame, we are likely going to be flying higher. And I don't have like a target for the imminent short term. I think we're going to be going up and down like something like this here, just like we had in these previous rallies. Of course, sometimes you go very quickly, but sometimes you also see a push higher, bounce back here, and then another bigger push higher. So I think something similar is going to be happening like that here. But my ultimate target for this move towards the upside, I already said it in yesterday's video, is going to be 130 towards 140,000 US dollars. This exact gray box here, because like you can see from all these previous breakouts, you see these consolidation phases, then a major expansion phase, consolidation phase, expansion phase, consolidation phase, expansion phase. It happens the same every single time. And now once again, it is the time for the next exponential phase here. And really, if I'm going to be looking at, let's say, the last extension phase, we saw about a 45% move towards the upside. And before that, it was about like also a 50. And if you are accounting like one entire move from here, it was like 130%. But I don't really think it is like that. But then from of this high, it was about like 70%. So we could say there are some diminishing returns here as we are going higher, obviously. And really, I think that it is going to be all more than likely that we are going to see that. So then we're going to be seeing like a 30 to 25% move towards the upside as the final move for Bitcoin. I think it's going to be all more than likely. It is a very conservative target, but this was my target I set on the exact bear market bottom. On the bottom, I also made a lot of videos, and I talked about my price target being 130 to 140k for this cycle. And I will not get euphoric right now because everything is going good. No, I still have my same target. So what I think is going to be happening again here is exactly the same like the previous cycles. The previous cycles, well, you think like, oh, Bitcoin is invincible. It is looking so good. It can't go probably any lower, but then it does here. And exactly the same for the most recent correction over here. You think Bitcoin is invincible. It can't go lower, but then you get the correction towards the downside. So please make sure to do not have this euphoria. I think we are going to create a move towards the upside right now in this period right here. I've said so the entire time while we were going down that we're going to be having one final move towards the upside. We're probably going to create a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame, and that is going to be marking somewhat of the top here. That's my strategy. That is what I think is going to be playing out here, and I do think it is going to be somewhere between 130 towards $140,000. But it doesn't take away we can still make a lot of money, because what most people don't understand is that actually if we're going to be looking at the altcoin market, it has been one fact right here, and that is that the most amount of gains on all altcoins on the entire Bitcoin dominance have been made in the last 2 to 3 months of the entire cycle. And I think we are about to be entering that phase right now. So what is this phase? This is the phase where you can make the most amount of money. So I'm super excited for where we're currently in here. The opportunities are absolutely mind-blowing. I think it's going to be an absolutely great period as well to still be invested in Ethereum. Because like I said, the last period of this cycle is where altcoins do the best here. So also Ethereum. So my price target for Ethereum is going to be $4,000. Maybe it's a little bit too conservative. Maybe it's going to be going a little bit higher. But yeah, I am going to be going full out of my trading positions because I'm quite long on Ethereum right now here. But I do think ultimately we are going to be hitting those levels. So things are looking very bright for that here. Then looking, of course, at the funding rates, they are still a little bit negative, which means that the majority of the traders are actually trading short. And that is, of course, very good for our pockets, because more people are trading short, the more liquidity is provided on the top side for Bitcoin to ultimately fly much higher from off this point here. For Bitcoin to really see that big breakout getting started, I do think we have to be breaking above this downward sloping trend line and obviously above the range high on the daily time frame. You can see on the daily time frame, this has been the rejection that got us all the way down here to $74,000, and now we're once again retesting this level. If we break above this level with a confirmed daily candle close above it, we are obviously going to be seeing probably a big continuation higher. And since we're already trading against it, we are clearing the sell orders right now. And that ultimately is looking very strong here. And also the reason, like, we got this rejection and then now already this pushback towards the upside, it shows us there's a lot of strength in the market right now here, which is indicating we're probably going to be flying much higher. And maybe one of the reasons for this is that yesterday we got some big news here, because according to new court ruling is saying that President Trump can now fire Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. And if that is going to be happening, rate cuts are going to come, and risk assets, especially like Bitcoin and altcoins, are going to be absolutely exploding. So there's a big rumor circulating right now this is going to be happening. We got this news coming out yesterday, and if this is going to be happening, it's going to be obviously be extremely huge for all markets. But at the same time, yesterday we saw ahead the Federal Reserve say that the central banks are ready to provide liquidity. So ultimately, we are right now going to be entering a better phase in the market, where we are of course going to be seeing more liquidity entering the market rather than leave the market. So ultimately, we are in a very exciting time in the market right now here. Guys, also the trade, my target is $110,000. We're about to be hitting it. We're about to be locking in the trade here. Then I'm going to be looking at new opportunities. But guys, if you want to be joining me with my next trade, because you could have copied this exact trade step by step here, also my Ethereum one, go to the link description of today's video right now here. Because if you sign up account using the highest link below, you get a free 30 towards $100 for free on the Pionex exchange here by only signing up an account here. And soon I'm going to be opening up once again a new grid trading bot here, which you can exactly copy, and you can make also a ton of profit just like I am doing as well here. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Sign up an account already and claim that free 30 towards $100 on your account by only signing up an account here. So make sure to check it out. It's definitely worth it. Then at the same time, we are seeing many interesting charts here. Also, like Q2 is right now finally bullish again here for Bitcoin, but also for Ethereum, and Ethereum is still outperforming. And ultimately, if I'm right now looking at the market, it is just looking like we are going to be having another explosive move here. And I want to quickly compare it towards the previous consolidation phase, right? We saw something very similar, only this time around. The only difference is that we're moving quicker. So last time around in this consolidation, it took way longer. We saw the high. Here we saw rejection, move down, and then an explosive move higher. Then here also we saw the double rejection, and then once again a retest, and we saw the rejection, but already on the imminent short term we're moving higher. Just like the entire consolidation phase is shorter, this correction and this move back towards the upside is also very much shorter. So ultimately, guys, I can't deny the fact, I can't go outside of this, that it is looking, of course, very bullish right now for Bitcoin. Things are looking very good here, but I don't want you to get overexcited. I do think 120 to 140K is going to be likely for Bitcoin to reach. But higher than that, I don't really think it's going to be feasible. And if it goes higher, I will definitely take it. But I have got some positions I'm going to be hedging whenever we're going to be hitting these levels. So, guys, I think very exciting times ahead of ourselves right now here. I think the big breakout is about to happen any moment right now here. I've been saying it for so many times here. Just remember those videos, guys. No one was willing to watch it. We were sitting at 70K on the bottom. I was talking about the bullish divergence. No one was really interested. And look at where we're sitting right now here. We bounced back so quickly back towards the upside. And now I'm going to be warning people for the last move here. And probably I'm going to get hate for this as well, but I really think this is going to be the last move towards the upside. But guys, make sure to prepare accordingly. I'm going to be opening up some big trades. I'm going to be showing you guys this all step by step, but exciting times are coming. Retail interest isn't there yet here, but in that last move here, don't forget it, in that last move, the biggest gains are always realized. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.